going to school is very pointless for most people at least. If I was way younger, I probably won't go to the university. We're in 2026, the era of the internet, AI, everything, right? I feel like the world has evolved, but education hasn't really, and it doesn't make any sense. Universities still teach things that have been obsolete years ago, and you can basically learn anything you want to learn with the internet for free. Why will you now pay millions or however amount you are paying to these schools when you could learn the same online in a shorter period of time? It doesn't make any sense. Universities are so outdated. School system itself is very, very outdated. And I feel like the reasons universities were relevant back then was because information was kind of hard to find. You basically had to go to certain places to get them. But now it's liberalized, and I don't know if that is the right word, but it's basically everywhere right now. Anybody can go online and find out what they want. You can go to Google, YouTube, literally. You don't need to go to school to learn how to become a programmer, for instance. You don't need that. Right? So that whole idea of the only place you can get this knowledge is in the university, I feel like that's dead. And if you're like, but you need a degree to get a job, not really. If we look at it this way, a lot of companies don't even care about your degree these days. They mostly care about what you can do for them. So why is the university still relevant in 2026? It doesn't make sense. Now, there are some fields that, yeah, without university, you basically cannot get anywhere, like medicine, law. That's the only two I can think of right now. And I will argue that if you are actually serious, you probably can become a doctor. I'm reaching years, but universities are pointless for the most part. Imagine spending those 4 to 6 years building your skills, learning what you need to learn, working, grinding, being locked in what you need to be doing, right? You'll probably be 2 times or 3 times ahead than someone who just went to school and came out after those 4 years. So it just makes university sound way less appealing if you think about it. Now, I will give schools some credit because I feel like the most valuable thing that university can give or schools can give in 2026 is that social interaction. You will never have more social interactions than the university, and I feel like that's something that the university does really, really well. That social interaction, networking, and the rest, you can't get that anywhere else. So any other thing is kind of pointless because you're paying all this money, you're wasting all this time learning things that have been so obsolete and outdated when you could just lock in for a few years, 2 years at most, and you'll be 3 times ahead. So going to the university in 2026 is a waste of time, energy, and money.